And rising, beautiful souls, how are you all doing? So I am challenged at the moment in this recording to record, and it's for reasons that I will share. I just one of my dogs died, and although I have mentally and intuitively been preparing for what is inevitable in all of life, right? I am mentally healthy, physically healthy, spiritually healthy. But I am emotionally grieving. And that's just an honest place I'm in at the moment. And it's in these honest moments that I'm challenged to express myself and share. Maybe if you want to go on the bed, hold on a second, okay? Happy new moon energy. It's what brings me here, amongst other things. So this is going to be a mix up of just what happened. A mix up of a lot of things. This aloe guy, right? Over 40 club over here. Okay. Aloe on my face because I can't stop crying. Stop. I have these moments. I just fucking keep crying, bawling my eyes out, allowing for the reading to take place until my face looks like I got Botox. And it hurts. My face, my eyes, cheeks. It hurts. And so aloe is coolant. And it's also very good for you. I use it regularly, and because I don't really get acne except around hormonal seasons, like seasons change, I'll get like that period pimple or whatever. But the only time when you can see, like I'll show you, right? You see, the only time that comes out too for me is stress induced, and right now my fucking dog died. And for those of you that are like, there's so many things happening in this world, and it's just a pet, it's just an animal, it's great. That's just a part of life. Fuck off and fuck you. Okay? Thank you. All right, have a nice fucking day. I've had a few years ago, I did a video when Maya had died too. That was an emotional. I never watched it back. I don't know what I said. I don't know what's in there. I don't know. So this video is in tribute to Nehemiah. We will talk about him. Why he was such a good boy. Wow, talking about evolutionary things, because no matter what's happening, we got evolution to tend to, okay? That's what I'm gonna call. And this too shall pass. And as the logic of a brain and healthy in my thoughts. I'm grieving about this. This is the most healthiest grieving process I have ever experienced. Like a heavy grieving process. Which is probably why I'm guided to talk and stuff like that. So don't mind me, I'm gonna be emotional. And if you're not with emotion, if you have an issue with emotion, or you think somebody needs to be prim and proper and a proper kind of etiquette to be able to make a video and talk evolutionary and revolutionary, and you got judgment and jury tied into your own being limited being, then don't watch and don't be here and keep it moving, keep it peaceful. You know what I'm saying? But if you're all about evolution and revolution and rising beyond that which is beyond your control, and you're all about doing it in healthy, wealthy, stealthy, abundant, prosperous ways, then this is the channel for you. Excuse me. Fuck you. Fuck makeup. My dog just died. She died to her phone. I show up to work today. This is the way that I fucking am. Take it, leave it. So every other fucking evil liar and fuckface energy, you will be stabbed with this energy today. So chill the fuck out. And not with any of the annoyance vibrations of that hateful shit. Because I'm burning it quick. So fuck. Okay? Dealt with that kind of hate, evil, threats, nonsense for years. Just buried that shit. Transmuted that shit. Transformed that shit. Try that shit. And now with that shit. This elevation to evolution. This transformation to transmutation. That's what this is about. But I just feel like that I cut the very tip because I had just gotten this aloe thing when I went to the supermarket. And I cut the tip off because I don't like to be wasteful. But the tip is kind of dry. Guys, don't let a tip be dry. Let it be moist. Put it in June. Love how we cut shit over here. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Humor be my way. Even while I'm fucking reading. Okay. So I'm gonna be right back. I don't even know what to do. I'm a moisture strip. Then I'm gonna apply because I'm cooling my cracks. You know what I'm saying? I can get to the messages at this time. Thank you. Yeah, so it's simple. Oh, it's cold too. So, yeah. So you don't need to make shit complex. Oh, I don't know how to hold it. It's very simple. Buy a fucking aloe. Okay. Buy an aloe. Go ahead. Wait. Hold on. Yeah. So you're using the aloe. So to cut off the edges that are sharp, right? And keep the skin on because it has its own nutrients in it too. But you can use it like gua sha. So gua sha is something I do. I actually do gua sha and some clients. Anyway, so and you can use it like a facial scrub here, like you know what I'm saying, everywhere. Anyways, it feels good. It's great. Great for increase in blood flow, circulation. What happens when you have increased blood flow and circulation? Well, think about it. You got new oxygenated blood filtrating your system that may have been stagnant, stuck, or not as moving as it can fluidly be, right? So you're promoting it by the effleurage of your skin, of the scraping of your skin, circulation, like of doing all these things that you're doing to promote that, to help that, to encourage that. So, you know, and so what do you think you do when you have new flowing oxygenated blood filtering through your system? That's rejuvenation at its motherfucking finest. You got new oxygenated blood filtrating your system in those areas that you're helping to encourage. Anyways, this is not even about that. All right. Bodywork expert, specialist. That's what I do. To be the strong Virgo. In Western astrology, I have Virgo rising. In Eastern astrology, I have Leo rising, which is interesting. So Leo and Virgo work strongly in my rise, and they're alchemized at this time. And so that's the filtration of this astrological transition that's happening in my circulation. It's just like my moon, right? My moon is in Pisces in Western astrology, and in Eastern astrology, it's in Aquarius. So I have Pisces and Aquarius working as a team at this moment in time because of the alchemy of the stream of the unification of these things that are influencing certain kind of things. If you want to look at it astrologically, again, we are whole beings with so many sub parts, right? There's so many micros to our macros. And so this is what this channel is about. And so I don't want to lose you. An emotional, like harmonious, wholeness mess of a blessed up for our system. And so this is, you know, I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna pause in a second. Let me know when you come back. Yeah. I think I was on here. Some time has passed, my dears. But yeah, so we're not making this at all. I'm trying to let it catch up to me. So much crying got me sniffly. Yeah. Right. So, you know, it's not about that, but this is about that too. Fountain of youth found within you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to know some of the things I do? Here's one of many. Okay. Okay. Over 40 club. Okay. Okay. No work done. There's no edits on these videos. No filters, no lighting right now. I love me, whole of me, accepting me. I'm not opposed to any of those things. I use filters all the time. I'm not opposed to surgery, plastic surgery. I'm not opposed to all of anything. I don't give a fudge what you do and how you do. If I want to do something, if I want to do something, when the time comes, I'm sure I will. Unapologetically so, whatever it will be. But right now, I have no desire to inspire on some superficiality for my dog to fucking die. Okay? Hold up. I'm sorry. Right now, we got the moon in Cancer, although we got the new moon in Leo, right? We got Leo season here. Like, it's a very I can't think of the word. Abundant, prosperous time at this time. Especially if you got your passions and your goals set and aligned. Like, what does your vision look like? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're going through things, like it doesn't take away from that which you have created for yourself up until this part. Like, these are the tests. Okay? This is the fucking test. Even when you hurt, even when you feel a void, even when you're mad, even if you're fucking sad, what can you apply in the alchemy divine? That which is you. Oh, so fine. The shrine that feeds you. Okay? That which you work on consistently, will powerfully. alchemically. Now, when you hurt, now when you confused, now when shit is just like, okay, damn, 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 right? Even when you're there, I have been alchemically taken care. This is the opportunity for me to share, to implement, to do that which I have aligned in my design, in my shrine, within myself at this time. And this is when I stand up, even when I stand alone, in my pain, in my struggle, in my hell. I'm a living well. Dramatic as hell. Oh, then we got that Leo and that Virgo with the me. I don't want to go astrologically, although it's just a me. I don't need no astrology to define that which I am, when I am, wherever I am, however I am. I encourage you to do things. Stand up, man. Who am I? I am the me that I am now. At this moment in time, before I won, because I go in for my win. You know what I'm saying? One advisement about this: don't be licking your lips, and I keep on doing that. And even when I lick my lips, and even though I didn't put it on my lips, it's like it fucking spread. Like I take like it says now. And there is no hallucinogenic effect about tasting that. Although it's not bad for you, but it is bad for cats. So don't let your cat be slipping around this, nor eating this, or ingesting this, or anything like that. Okay. Okay. Coming from a 3-cat household. Okay. Hold up. Hi. I'm back. Okay, so while I was away, the title of this is going to be what I wrote down here in pencil. You see that Erica Badu says, if you want to make it manifest, write it down in pencil like that. She may have not said it exactly like that, but I'm not trying to be Erica Badu. Okay. Although I love her too. She's cute. Inspiring too, right? You know who I just thought of when I thought of her? Like another YouTuber channel that I do like, Alchemy You. Like she's like quirky, cool, poetic too. And she got this wild goddess like um and she's unapologetically herself. And I like the kookiness in her deliveries. Um evolutionary things, the alchemy in you, right? The alchemist in you. And so I like her too. And I swear, like it must be like, because like I was saying before, my Pisces moon in Western astrology, and then in Eastern astrology, it's Aquarius, right? So I got these two working together. So I swear she may have Pisces Scorpio on her chart, and I got that too because that's my sun sign in Eastern, and my sun sign in Western is Sag. You know what I'm saying? So Scorpio Sag working together is Sun Sag, right? So either way, the title of this one came into play while I was waiting to be able to record again. Be unapologetically you in all that you do. Fuck the gander that ain't the goose. Okay. You know, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander, some shit like that. And we just be like, whoop, you know, that kind of thing. So fuck the gander that ain't the goose, because individual be you, right? So that synergy, that energy that you work on to being everything that you are, beautiful by far, shooting star, right? Or where you shoot to aim. And so like this new moon in Leo too, be unapologetically you, right? And all that you do, right? Even if you're emotional too, even if you're dramatic too, even if you're still on the prowl, even if you're still like upside down, like stand upside down proud, like in all that you are, like fuck what the gander got to say or do, or how they all be part of a consensus too. Like fuck you, you don't got my fucking opinion or note or notes of any kind of thing to know anything about a consensus. You know what I mean? To be, you know, demographically and statistically faulty, but that's another topic of other kind of conversation that goes into a whole other kind of wave sensation that gets people black sheep even in here. You know what I mean? So I'm less popular, my dear, and the topic heard clear, but you know, popularity. What is it? It is a mindset, an evolution, a revolution that's happening in you. You know what I mean? Okay. So be unapologetically you in all that you do. But this is true, right? This is true, right? This is a sensitive time, an open hearted time, right? A time to experience that which you have worked upon, going back into that sentiment of the alchemy in you, the alchemist in you that is inexperienced in this new, right? Moody, too. Shit happens, right? That misconception, oh, you're so spiritual, oh, you're so wise, oh, you're so evolutionary, oh, you know, you got this at this time. What does that mean? That I'm not an emotional being? That I don't have feelings? That I don't have sensitivities? That what I'm supposed to just take that which I know on an evolutionary scale and the knowledge that which I do receive and apply? Granted, that's what's happening at this time. But what, I'm supposed to skip the line of not feeling my shit and going through that which I must go through to get through, right? I gotta go in for my win. And so for me to avoid that which I feel, just because I know the evolution of it for real, the mentality for real, I still got that emotion, you see. I got that emotion of a potion that is the activation of everything that I create. So it doesn't even matter what the fuck I say. It's about how I feel, because that's the fuel, that is the seed of the breed that's creating and activating. That's why a lot of people can say a lot of shit, but how they feel, that be it. So they can be all misleading, you know, all deceptive in their waves and all this kind of stuff. Oh, they can say whatever they want to say, but how they feel is everything real. And that is the appeal of that which you create. And that's the alchemy here that we work on for that evolutionary best, to be the best that we can possibly be in all our alchemy. And that starts with our fucking energy, right? Brilliant. You are fucking brilliant. You are talented, okay? Independent. There is nothing that you cannot do. And this new moon, right? Talk about it however you want. For the conservatives out there, they're like, oh, astrology is not real. Let go of the science. Let go of the delivery. Let go of the artistry. Just tap into that which connects with you and be living judgment fucking free, okay? So sit down with your nasty energy. Because you'll relate with the message, but you'll hate the fucking messenger or the person who said it or the things that they're correlating towards it and all this kind of shit, and skip the whole fucking meaning of it just to be right about something. Go color your own fucking coloring book. Right? So do not underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life too could be happening here as a lot of stuff is going down. So it's just like, right, so you could be going through shit, right? A loss of peace of mind. I'm saying that to my daughter. The other day, like this hasn't happened in quite some time where I have a loss of my peace of mind, meaning because if my mind and my heart are not in alignment, there's something there that I must tend to. There's a wound there. There's healing that must take place. There's something that must be acknowledged, right? In the passing of my dog and stuff, right? So, granted, and in my inability to sleep, which should not be a problem, right? I don't lose sleep. I've worked on my karmically, in alignment, you see, alchemically. There's no loss of peace of mind here in that which I dwindle behind the scenes. There's no fucking, nah. When I'm trying to go to sleep, my ass goes to sleep and I nap too when I can. But here I am, experiencing a loss of my peace of mind, because every single time I wake up, I'm reminded that at this motherfucking time, as difficult as it could be, he's not here with me right now. And that's difficult to handle at this moment in time. No matter how logical I can be in my mind, I miss him and I love him that much, and I don't give a fuck about logic. I don't care. What I care about is that he's not here. That sucks. I toughen up, but I'm not. I'm allowing. And this is the experience of alchemy and healing. Hold on, baby. I'm gonna work back. Yeah. Like, you crying. Shut up. But, so I look down and I see this. The good you do comes back to you. And that's right. Like, this is a part of life. He lived a full life. Neo. Such a good boy. He lived a good, full, happy life. And my alchemy and my intuition has been receiving for a while. You know, he lived way past his expiration date for dog years, and you know, he was a young old man. Even though he looked like a puppy sometimes still, and we went away, and I took him with me because I knew that if I didn't, he, anyways, I'm so grateful for listening. What are you doing? Because he had the time of his life. And I got to experience that with him, knowing. So he was happy. I'm so grateful for that. Sounds good. It's real shit, yo. It's like, we go through it, and I'm sharing with you. I don't have to share this. This ain't for clout. Out of here. I'll keep that to myself. I'm hermit zone always. Like, I'm getting my own. I don't need a fucking paparazzi. Even when it comes, give them something to talk about. Oh my god. Oh. Like, nothing you can do. They could take death back, you know, the physical aspects of it. So we stretch beyond that which is beyond our control. This I know. This I know how to do. I know how to breathe. I know how to cry. My Pisces moon. I know how to be grateful. So it's in my gratitude that my mornings and centered and alchemized and like when my mom had died, right? I was devastated, but I was angry, bitter, I was hurt, and my thinking of her death was not healthy at all. It lacked gratitude, it lacked appreciation. I didn't care when Maya died a couple of years ago, and I recorded that. I don't remember what I spoke, or I didn't watch that back. I don't. Maybe I don't know. I gotta get past this. I want. It was morning. You know what I mean? But I will. I'm in a healthy place to be able to, I guess, watch it. It's just this is my reminder of it. I didn't think about it till now. Like from talking about it. But the resistance of Maya's video was during that time. I was newer to YouTube, and I was very vocal about my resistance to wanting to record. Like, but feeling divinely led, guided, and pushed to record that which was uncomfortable. And so I started to get it throughout its evolution. That's part of it too. Like my evolution here with all of you, it's my uncomfortability in my own skin and self being documented, even though I'm guided and led to do what I do and say what I say and how I operate a channel, all this kind of stuff. Either way, unedited is life. And I've been sharing that journey. You can go back to the beginning and watch it from then till now, and you will see the transformation. And like, wow, okay, and how much more comfortable I am with recording and stuff. So with Maya, the vulnerability of the morning part and the recording part, I wasn't comfortable. I'm interested and curious now to see what that looks like. So although the alchemy of the morning, like I wasn't mentally fucked up and making mistakes and acting out and doing things out of misalignment and stuff, but still the acknowledgement of it wasn't fully there either. So that wasn't about that. Well, what it was more about was me sharing. I even a few times put it on private, the video, and stopped sharing it because I wasn't comfortable with that leveling of raw unedited emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like people are looking at me like, and I feel that empathically. Like I can't ignore that either, which is what creates the uncomfortability. My awareness of you, truth. So now it's my awareness of me, and it's freeing. You know. Yeah. Let's see what we're dealing with. So Nehemiah, my dog, you should watch the video I shared on my Instagram at Enchantress, E-N-C ENCHANTRESS, Enchantress, that's me. Or on TikTok, Utopian Cupcake, that's also me. Here on Enchantressly Barbara, I shared the video of Neil in loving memory of him. And what is this? Cutting. We're cutting. We're cutting away. We're releasing the cord, the ties, and it's like How do you release an emotional connection? Something that which you love. When you love something, you set it free. Knowing that you are infinitely connected. I started to learn that more with my animals. I have a lot of past life dreams. Where me and my animals or the animals I connect with in other lifetimes that we have connected. And Neil was no different. He used to be a horse. They may have 3 dogs now. Not anymore. I only have 1 left. Isn't that bad? Right. And so like we are souls having a human experience, right? And one of the last past life connecting dreams that I had with my ebony, and how in this lifetime, I would say, it's like she fell out of the sky. Like I found her again. And then in the dream of her past life thing, in the last lifetime that we spent together, we lost her. We lost her, and I had this whole, I tell you that I woke up and I was this powerful crying because the form that she was in, it was like some old time, on a car, and she left, and I was like, no, and she got lost, and it was in this lifetime that we found her again. And during these connections, that we have, and that which you love, you set free, and it'll always come back to you. Same with my mama. The night she died, I dreamt of her, and I woke up, had this whole episode with my dad, and he fell on his knees, and I told him about my dream. I started crying hysterically. I was 9 years old, guys, like me. And I take a shower. I gotta get ready. I gotta do a lot of things. So cool. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So after my mom had died, because dreams, I connected early on with dreams and also automatic writing. So I'm an automatic writer and channel. I channel like messages and you want to call it, however you want to associate it, whatever the fuck you want to look at it as or not look at it as, to each their own. This is what I mean about being a lifetime transcendentalist, spiritualist. I don't know life without spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, after spirit, whatever you want to call it, because dream sequence is one of my gifts as well, or tap-ins, turn-ons, tune-ins, it's just something I've always connected with. My stubbornness in my prayer bag, my argument bag, growing up. Like, I don't give a fuck if I can see her in my dreams so connect with her spiritually. That's not what I want. I want my mom here, live, in the place. Fuck that shit. I don't care. Who cares? And that was my cry, my anger, my bitter at that time, right? And granted, I was a child and I had to go through and I didn't go through to get through, right? And so I've evolved a lot since that time. I'm over 40, guys, right? So, you know, thankfully, so I wouldn't want to be with that same mindset. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I'm no longer there. I appreciate, you know, so, but I still, that doesn't stop from that resistance, that thought. Like, even now, like, you know, when I think about Neo, right? How he's always got my favorites. You guys can see him here in the video. Justice to death. No, yet. Although I'm grateful for it all. For the time I planted him. For the memories we get to share. And the infinite silence. I know we have. And he's never done. And just like my evolution of understanding and having the opportunity to understand it from a human perspective based upon my dreams and my clairs. I'm very potent, guys. If you want to know what clairpotency means, whatever clairvoyance, clairsentient, whatever you want to call it, all of it, I'm potent. Always have and always will be like that. Sorry. So, so my dog's name is Nehemiah, full. So that's Nehemiah, which is similar to about it. Nehemiah, but we called him Neo, Neo for short. We had Neo and Maya, right? I had another dog. She died 4 years ago, right? That's what I'm talking about, Maya. She completes his name, Neo, Maya. Because Nehemiah was so long to say, we called him Neo for short, and he was the first one that I had gotten. Like, he was a whole year older than Maya. And I got him when he was 8 weeks old. And he was a gift for my birthday or Christmas or something like that. And I picked him. Right? He was the one hiding underneath the sofa. Like when I was supposed to be getting another dog, and when I went to the house and I saw the other dog was cute and all this kind of stuff, Romeo or some shit like that. He hid underneath. He was the smallest. He was the runt of the litter, and he hid in between the sofa, like underneath the sofa, and I found him. I found him and I took him. He was mine. And so we've had him since he was 8 weeks old. So he almost made it to 17 years. He was 16 and a half years old. Libra. October. And my daughter was 5 years old. She's 21 years old now. Yeah, so I named him Nehemiah because during that time, I was Christian, okay? I was attending a Christian church. And, I was in an abusive relationship, and I was lost. I'm so lost. And I was figuring it out. And around the time that I got Neo, the Bible study, I taught catechism for many years, and I also taught in Christian schools as well. Children. Religion, instruction. Um, That's a side note. I have worked with children for over 20 plus years. Yeah. I teach it now, in yoga and stuff like that. And also with the parents that do have their teenagers or young adolescents speak to me, session time. But anyways, that's other side notes. Which is why I'm also slightly conservative on my YouTube and stuff like that because of my involvement with the youth. There are certain things you don't need to say or do on camera that populate anything, you know what I mean? So, anyway. So during that time of the Bible study, the chapter in the Bible that we were on, Nehemiah. So the whole significance of the chapter of Nehemiah is the rebuilding of the wall of Babel. And God destroyed the town of Babel or the wall of Babel, splitting the humans with different language. Oh shit. Oh, I can't think clearly right now. But the significance of Nehemiah's character testimony was that when you align alchemy, when you align with the power and will of God, alchemy, divine alchemy, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. And you don't need permission to do what is right. That makes you unfuckwithable, unstoppable, indestructible. And so, in the rebuilding of me, part of the reconstruction of my wall, 2006, I got a beautiful white Maltese dog as a gift for my birthday. And I got him the weekend of Black Friday, right before my birthday. We went all the way. My dad had a friend that had a limo service that drove us shopping for Black Friday and took us all the way to Yonkers to get my dog. And we got driven in a limo to Yonkers to pick up Nehemiah. And yesterday, Those of you not comfortable emotion, welcome to Emotion Raw 101 class. Welcome. I don't mean to be a tearjerker or make you uncomfortable, but you must start getting comfortable in that which is uncomfortable. And emotions are never going to be always comfortable. Oh, it's seasonality. I understand. So if you're crying all day and shit like that, do the aloe. Thank me later. It feels good too, especially when your tears make your whole face hot and fucking congested feeling. And I'm telling you, yesterday my face was like this. I look like I got Botox. So I got him and I named him Nehemiah. And so obviously Nehemiah was so long to say, we called him Neo and Neo for short, and many people mistook that for the Matrix. Neo from the Matrix, which was totally dope as fudge too. So Nehemiah Neo, the Matrix evolution, the alchemy of that was pretty cool. And so he was evolutionary. I know you all feel like that about your own pets too, and I'm not trying to make my pet cooler than yours or whatever. I would hug if you have lost a pet that you love. That was awesome. This is a hug and loving embrace. I'm not competing with you. I feel your loss and your pain too. It's so exciting. All of our pets are awesome. They're better than fucking humans. Humans are stupid. Fuck. You always like that too. Oh, I can't. I'm looking forward to my ocean cleanse. Oh, I have worked so hard in my life to. Oh, hold on. Um, I worked. Um, I worked pretty fucking long and hard to get to the place that I am to enjoy myself when I want to enjoy myself. I'm thankful for that. Very thankful for that. Oh, so what was I saying? Sorry. But definitely go check out that video if you want to get a little insight into my cutie patootie. Like a boy. I'll share the link. I'll share the link. Um, we're in new moon energy, right? And so, regardless of what life is throwing away and how I feel, I'm so thankful and grateful for the healthy mindset and placement that I'm currently in to breathe at this time in an astounding way that hold on please. I don't know what I was saying anymore, but like, you know, okay, so we're in this new moon energy, right? And new moons happen, they occur when the sun, when I just make sure I say this right, when the sun and the moon align in the zodiac at the same point. At the same point, like, play that back if you can, or whatever the case may be. So it's like the first steps that we can take into moving toward our future goals and that which we desire to create with the new, right? So this is what I'm talking about, this healing part too, right? You know, how I'm seeing it. I'm grieving. Rightfully so. I just fucking lost my pet of 17 fucking years. Like, are you kidding me? Like, please. You know what I'm saying? But it was coming. I understand it. I'm viewing it from a healthy, the most healthiest perspective that I can possibly be in for myself at this time. And I'm thankful for that, because I've grieved where it has been unhealthy for myself, and I see the difference. And there is a huge difference. There is a huge difference that only time and evolution and experience will get you through, honestly. We could always know the right thing to do. It doesn't mean that we're gonna do it. We could always know the reason for certain kind of things. Doesn't mean we're gonna accept it. We could always do this. We could always do that, but it doesn't mean that we are in the evolution of being there. But if you're watching my channel, you're in the evolution of being there in a lot of stuff, because most people that can't watch my channel don't have the discipline, don't have the evolution to watch my channel. That's why they lack the desire or even ability to be able to watch it. They'll be like, oh, I got OCD, I got this, yeah, you got lack there of discipline and newbieism of evolution that you're gonna have to get through. But I'll see you here when you're ready. You get what I'm saying? Like, people trend easily. That'll make you deep. You know what I'm saying? And it's not throwing jabs. It's not throwing jabs. It's not throwing jabs. It just is what it is. And if you take offense to it, then the shoe fits fucking where it. I don't know what to tell you. Grow up. Evolutionize. So, I'm not offending anybody. But if you're offended, then take that self-trigger analysis and work on yourself. It's like me saying, anyways, that's not about this either, so I'm not gonna even go there. That'll be another video. I want to be controversial. Right, so we got a lot of like new moon development that we have happening here for us, right? So we're in Leo season, right? So the new moon in Leo, it shifts our entire focus onto manifesting every burning desire in our own heart, right? So aligning in the alchemy about what our passion is all about, and what we feel warm and positive about, and utilizing the energies of Leo, like the dynamic quantum Leo presence, the fiery king of the jungle, queen of the jungle, like type of fiery climactic, right, experience, right? It is the second sign of the zodiac, right? And the second fire sign of the zodiac, right? Because you got Aries and you got Leo and then you got Sagittarius, right? So the build-up energy, right, of this show-stopping sign, because that is what Leo is. Leo is show-stopping. Like, right? So if you have Leo anywhere in your chart, understand the quality that Leo brings to the dynamic of your relationship with this sign, and how it can be utilized and influenced, or how it's influencing you in your own life, right? Because we each have all signs somewhere in our chart. Find out where and find out how that activates within you. So for me, like Leo rising, right? So this is my this is the planet that's passing out of the horizon at the time of my birth, right? So here we are at this climactic stage, right? My appearance, my way of being, of expression too, tied in with my sun sign too. I got this Leo dynamism, right? Also because I also have Virgo too, rising in the Western astrology too. So I have this infusion as well, along with my sun sign too, Scorpio and Sag, right? So anyways, there's just so many different dynamics of certain kind of things. But when we channel like Leo's lion, like regality, right? Like we're embodying the most feistiest and most fabulous of versions of ourselves, and we're bringing that into whole existence, right? So whatever you want to make manifest, what is important right now and being fully confident about for yourself at this time is shifting your focus and on the manifesting of our burning desire and what is in our hearts. So it's like, so what do you hope to make manifest? Is it romance? Is it career? Is it success? Is it a creative inspiration? Like what is it going to be? This extremely powerful opportunity for you to bring forth and to go beyond that which you are currently evolutionized on, like it's going even past that, like expanding it even further more for yourself and all that which you wish to create. So the most important question you can ask for yourself is right now is, do you trust in your life's process at this time? Because your fuel, your energy is going to determine the creations of your manifestations. It doesn't matter what you desire, what you're passionate about, is can you imagine, does your belief in these passions and stuff like that which you're gonna make go and try to make roar your energy, does it really truly believe that the miraculous can take place and happen, right? Beyond once you believed what was possible, right? To move forward with total trust in that what you are creating, the magic that's held within your ability to attribute these fiery lunations, this trine aspect too, because there's other things too that I think, what is it? Is it Jupiter that goes retrograde, right? So Jupiter in Aries, right? So I think it's Jupiter, and we still have Saturn. Chiron, I think goes to retrograde, and Pluto is still retrograde and stuff like that, right? So, so Pluto, Pluto. Let's look up Pluto, but Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion, right? So Jupiter going retrograde, and Jupiter is in Aries right now. It's all about being bold and fearless at this time. On top of that, with the moon in Leo's bold confidence too, right? So it's like your most maximalist, like perspective, potential, right? It is your possibility to bring forth that which truly is what you desire, right? So if you can bring your maximalist mysticism to the forefront, to be supportive of that which you truly believe, right? And setting the relationship and the tone of your energy and your environment by understanding that which you are creating for yourself, right? So right, so anyways, I'm gonna start wrapping this up too. So I mean, um, there's no excuse to misalign that which with the alchemy divine. You have worked on yourself in this flow gamut at this time. So it doesn't matter what kind of things come up in life. You got the ability, you got the alchemy, you got the divinity to do that which you must bring forth to the existence, to the manifestation, to the creator place to play with, because you are the peace kumbaya and this motherfucking synergy that's the energy that you are creating with the alchemy that which you actually do work on. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm grateful for this ability to be able to healthily mourn for my. Oh, so let me finish the story. So we call him Neo for short, right? So a year later, we got Maya. So when I got Maya, I still wanted to honor his full name, Nehemiah. So when we got Maya, they were like, you know, when I was going through my twin flame perspective and evolution of that too, I was like, they're twin flames, right? So their name completes the other. And so we had babies together. I got puppies from these two. The dog that I have now, Baby, is their first litter. She was the only one born. She's a Leo. So she turned, I think 15 or 14. I'll ask my daughter later how old the baby is exactly. I forget. 13, 14, 15. She's one of those. And she's their first litter. Um, and there was only one. Maya was small. She was like at her pregnant weight, she was like 4.5 pounds. And she could only have 1 to 2 puppies at a time. So Baby was the first puppy that was born, and we kept her. That's why she's Baby. Because Neo and Maya were her parents. But anyway, so when I got Maya, she completed his name. So now I always had to say Nehemiah in that order, and then Nehemiah Baby. When Maya died, when I couldn't say Nehemiah, that was another fucking wow. So look at this, a new beautiful emotional experience, right? A deepening too, with your own alchemy and energy of creator steps that you have taken. This is your moment to even just honor that which you have grown to realize like you could be going through something that you've gone through similarly in another lifetime ago, you see, and how different the alchemy of your energy is. That has you handling this like, wow, kudos to you. Wow, before this was like destruction or devastation or, you know, some kind of like crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? I love aloe. Okay. You know, I have too much of it. I'm promoting healthy blood flow while I cry from my whole soul, my body, heart, and soul as I release that which does not serve me. Okay, you can affirm this for yourself. Write this down. Okay, I release all that does not serve me, any unhealthy thoughts that might infiltrate my mind. I release them at this time in gratitude. I allow gratitude to enter the domain so that I can uplift and activate all that I want to activate for myself in healthy, wealthy, healthy ways that are going to serve me in every kind of way as I manifest and create that which I desire. Understanding that, you know, it is my energy that creates the energy I send out. That's what I really be about, right? So my energy will determine the upkeep of my manifestation. Neo, like I, you know, was receiving intuitively the stuff that I was receiving, preparing me. So this last trip that we went on was really all about him. It's like a hospice kind of experience, right? And I said it when we were there. People didn't like that I said that, but I was just trying to accept, right, what was happening here. And no matter how much preparation you can have for something, right, it doesn't take away from the emotion that you will experience if you allow yourself to experience that. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm hurt. But does that mess up my alchemy? Fuck no. Am I acting out of pocket or doing anything that which is lesser than? Fuck no. Are my thoughts so out of whack that I'm under attack? Fuck no. Right? Because you can also have those energies like, I don't even entertain that kind of energy. But clearly, maybe some of you do. And so here's my advice to you. That's all camouflage. It's irrelevant. They'll even say it's your karma. Like, really? An old man dying is somebody's karma? Or is that just life cycles and processes? All the pain you experience, you see. What do you know about my pain? So for those that want to feel good about your pain, I don't even feel bad for those kind of people anymore. Because they do it to themselves. Just know and note that that projection is their toxic environment. And that is truly a reflection of their inner state and being. So for you to get upset about that kind of person, having fun off of your hurt and misery or something like that, that type of person is in a worse state and condition of being than you could ever even possibly imagine or see. So leave that lesser being, and this has nothing to do with hierarchy or thinking one's better than another. Just leave that lesser being of energy in the dimension that it's in, and only trying to trigger you to visit them in the dimension that they are in, the frequency that they are in. And the only way that they can do that is by bringing you into their energy frequency, right? Coming from their energy, right? Because they clearly can't meet you on yours. So don't fall prey or victim to their frequency trying to infiltrate from the outside your system, because they can't fucking meet you where you actually are. And if that's a confidence boost needed to be heard and received, then by all means, confidence boost this fucking synergy of energy, of acknowledgement, of seed, breathe, seed, whatever you need it to be, write the motherfucker down. But note, that's not a joke. So let them poke. They're just a joke. I don't got time for that shit. Okay. So yeah, so that's the story of Nehemiah. To my grandmother has Lily. Lulu died last year. That was another experience. One of my old professors, she has two of them, the only boy too, Ram and Sita. Sita and Ram. They're about to be 9. And then there's one more, Brooklyn. I don't know how Brooklyn's doing, honestly. I lost track of the person who had it. The last I heard, Brooklyn was good. Insights that come from meditation, right? Allowing them to come in, allowing yourself to go into, tap into the emotion that is you, the energy that is you, the need of rest, to be able to take a vacation at best, right? To be able to delegate your own work schedule, to be self-sufficient and independent, and dependable at it, right? Allowing yourself more time to make these important decisions for yourself, and having the time. I remember when Maya had died, and thankful I am for being able to have the ceremony that I had in the same location, that rest in peace, like that, you know, that it's absolutely highly recommended. You know, I don't recommend having to go through this mourning of losing the pet that you love and stuff like that. But if you're looking for one of the special ceremony to honor your pet, then this place is highly recommended. Pet rest in peace, right? The people there and their astounding customer service and their compassion and sympathy that is authentic as can be. And you know, Pisces be my moon. I feel shit out too. If I don't like the way I vibe it or feel it, ain't with it. I don't know fuck what is happening. I will find the right vibe. Hey, they are the right vibe. Both experiences for me, ultra special and memorable and honorable for the amount of infinite love that I have for my babies. You know, hey, the good to you comes back more. So, just get more sleep. Okay, and if you find yourself having loss of peace of mind, think about the exercises that you can do at any given time to help induce the blood flow, the circulation in your own being to allow yourself to get a state of sleep. Like, you know, I put on binaural beats and frequencies that help me fall asleep the first night. You know what I'm saying? You can elevate your legs. You can, you know, activate certain pressure points and trigger points in yourself. You can breathe. You can stretch. You can do things that are going to help promote, you know, a state of emotional wellness. You know, and peace. Allowing yourself to express yourself at that moment, the frustration, releasing it, like, you know, so that was another thing I was saying. You know, I had to my daughter, I'm like, wow, this is what lack of peace of mind that prevents me from sleeping at this time, because I would wake up from the state of sleep and then remember the reality and not be able to fall back asleep, right? So yeah. Okay, so stress that can be caused by many positive opportunities. Two, unexpected events or rapid changes. So two, right, certain kind of energies might be traveling through, certain things that you have to really release and it has to come out powerfully too. Right? It's a certain kind of energetic portal time, right? Because your emotion is needed at this time, because it's the alchemy and seeing of freedom that's needed for this portal entryway that is activated at this time. So it is for positive opportunities, right? Certain energies that can go into the portal energy, but you're part of the creation of that portal energy that's taking place, right? So it's traveling all over the place. You may be traveling for business too and having a lot of different opportunities as well, right? Doing what you love, okay? So this new moon, right? Unapologetically, be unapologetically you in all that you do, love what you do. Recognition for the highest quality of work. Quality, you know it's quality, never mind quantity. You can have 4 fucking likes on something that's quality likes, right? Right, so fuck the gander, that ain't the goose, right? So, right, so being paid well for your crafts, working well with others, and excellent reputation, right? So, you are trustworthy, you are honorable, right? You are devoted, right? So you are cautious, right? But you are someone that can be completely trusted, right? The situation that you're in is completely safe, you're stable, right? It's a working environment, it's a growing environment, it's an evolutionary environment, one that you're grateful for being in and having at this current time, right? A solid romantic relationship too could be blooming at this time or wanted at this time, right? But something that is well hidden, from you in certain kind of emotions to an emotional break, an emotional break, an emotional break, an emotional break, a charitable, right? So an emotional break that leads to an emotional recovery and also leads to an emotional breakthrough, especially in regards to a relationship too. So if someone has been a little bit coy with you or a little bit emotionally detached or unexpressive in some kind of way, there might be some kind of release of negative thoughts, right? That has been manifesting into real challenges for that at that time. So fears that they may have been surrounded by, maybe even fears of money or like lack thereof, or reaching out to a certain kind of balance that's going to take place and restore, right? The blending of this, right? The end of challenges, right? So some kind of end of challenges that are coming, things are looking up, right? So welcome of relief, even through any kind of tragedy or hurt, right? A beautiful new emotional experience. So an emotional break, an emotional break, an emotional break. There's an emotional break, an emotional break. Free, and this is also Jupiter like energy too, and it's going to be expansive in any kind of way that's going to be beneficial to you in some kind of way that's going to create more opportunities. There's a new opportunity coming into place, right? There's certain kind of things that, right? So there might be even a secret enemy that might come to the surface, right? That, like I said, they want to injure you. They may try to be kind to make him your friend, or they want to be your friend, right? There's a snake in the mix, right? Somebody that might be misfortunate, right? That does not produce good, right? They come with a sly, like, so that's somebody that might be pretending to be your friend and certain kind of things too, right? So, anyways, how do you handle that? How do you handle that? That wants to come out for somebody, right? How do you handle that? The industrious, in whose number you are compromised, you will never want for lucre and peace and support, right? So, yeah. So, with that being 9, 10, 11, 11, 2, right? So you are successful in all that you do and everything that you create. You're not going to be compromised by a snake. So no matter what, you're always going to be supported in all that you are and do. Which is sort of like needs to be accomplished, right? Right, here we go. So a person as honest as you in his dealings will never want a rich harvest of gain. Your wishes too are likely to be accomplished, right? So yeah, so whatever. And so you might also receive a message or something like that as well, from somebody that might wish to flatter you in some kind of way. But until you understand their emotional aspect to reaching out to you, be prudent in how you handle, right? Because look at you may rejoice at a considerable legacy, but many people will envy you for it, and that's just the way it be. Even if they got more popularity too than you and stuff like that, but look at you good, right? Look at from the visit, which you and your house will receive great advantages must ensure, but let prudence guide your conduct, right? So even for some of you, a move in some kind of way, or traveling, like, or an increase in your abundance, prosperity, business at this time. So a lot of things, right? Right? Again, so look at, there's a lot of envy surrounding that which you create. It says your unexpected good fortune will create you many unknown enviers, right? Who shall grudge you about it. All fucking well. How are you gonna hate on somebody for doing great and all this kind of stuff? That's without debate. You are corny as can fucking be, right? You are very happy, right? You are very happy, but love entirely swayed by passion will render you very unhappy, right? So yeah, too. So whatever. That's just the groove of how other people like to do, right? Okay, so you will easily get in favor with the grade, so be mindful too, but remember always that the higher you rise, the deeper you will fall, especially if you forget certain kind of aspects that brought you into that certain kind of balance and alchemy, like how some people can be all righteous in the right kind of degree, and then they get to a certain kind of hierarchy and they forget all that they are about. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that be you. Right? So somebody too might be getting married, right? You meditated on a project, for some reason you were about blessings and marriage, right? So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so new moon energy. New moon energy, I'm just giving random reads as I share and speak to you about a lot of different things in the emotional dreaming process. That is for your progress, that is for your evolution. Never accept any substitutions, right? Be unapologetically yourself in all that you do. Fuck the gander that ain't your fucking boots, you know what I'm saying? There are some healing words of wisdom for your return to the heart, okay? I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts, I focus on my heart, and find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Inner work. That brings me ideal solutions for my inner healing. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strengths. I direct my thoughts toward the light and see the positive side of every stage of my life. Darkness turns into courage. Thus, I get stronger. Another healing, beautiful messages to receive. For those that are here with me, thank you so much for being here with me right now. Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power and put into God's hands what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. Study the images. The images are DNA code enhancer breakers that offer a wonderful bout of light code activations for your entire energy system, frequency, and vibration. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. My heart is free from resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I'm aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. Attention. I am attentive to all that manifests within me. When negativity rises within me, I transform it into light, love, and hope. My love for others is unconditional. I forgive. My desire to improve is constant. I am firm, brave, and hardworking. Take everything one step at a time. One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and I dedicate myself to taking one small step at a time. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current path. Thus, I regain my ease of living. One step at a time. Transformation. I am constantly evolving. I improve inwardly by working on my weaknesses and refining my strengths. Life ensures I'm presented with situations that will help me learn and grow. I am aware of my progress and open my wings to the light. A new portal opening activation. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. Being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Creation. I have the power to direct my life. With a constructive attitude, I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmative action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. Beautiful messages. Beautiful messages. Faithfulness. I commit to my mind, heart, and will. I am devoted to the needs of my soul. I trust in myself, in God, and the universe. Listen, gives a God. Be unapologetically you. Okay. All you do, fuck the gander, that ain't the goose. It's a party place. Right? So, clarity way. Clarity way on the heavy burdens you see. There's clarity on the heavy burdens that you carry. We're releasing, right? We're releasing all that does not serve, right? So we have those cords too. Right? We got that provider of logic and impartial judgment going on over here, right? Because we're living up in the wishes come true place, right? Right? That's the energy, this new moon energy of opportunity, right? This chariot is coming in full blast, right? Because we still got this Cancerian kind of effect, right? When our wishes come true kind of place. And so, fine, granted, that'd be the space, the place, right? Alchemist be your way, the magician too, today, right? Provider of emotional support and maturity, this evolution that's happening within your whole kind of being that's bringing joyous home gardens into display. So after the rain comes rain. So after the rain, R-A-I-N, comes the rain, R-E-I-G-N. You understand what I'm saying? This joyous home gardens that is happening for you at this moment in time, right? That you might be experiencing some grief and sorrow that has come your way, and it's just kind of like this kind of pain, but there is a joyous contentment, right? A provider of charm, right? That's happening through this transformative time, right? That is a challenge for you at this time that has you feeling some kind of way, right? It could be anxious, it could be stressed out, right? It can have you feeling some kind of way, but there's justice in this department, right? That's reigning supreme in all that you do, right? Starting stable. 2, the hermit in you, right? Going into seclusion, going into, I love spending time with me. I love the clarity that I receive. I have a lot of videos to upload to, from, our trip from my doggy away. He had a wonderful time. I'm gonna finish this video, right? So there's a moment of glory. Your pain is not in vain. That which you are going through, something wonderful is going to happen too. Messenger of impulse and opportunity, something new coming into view, there's some kind of like flattery too, or some kind of collaboration, some kind of judgment happening, right? That future plan gardens, but look at some kind of conflict. Why? Let me see, what's the conflict? Severance, right? So yeah, there's only one conflict card to abundant legacy avenue, right? So everything that you are going through, right? Your future plans, right? That which you are creating, right? There's a judgment already on that, and this perseverance, guidance, the shit that you've gone through to get through and stuff like that is your abundant legacy, right? That's the avenue that you're on. That's the avenue that you live on. That's the energy that you create. That's without any debate. Like you created this energy space for yourself, right? Even through grief and sorrow, right? Even through grief and sorrow, right? But you're creating this provider of emotional support and maturity, this evolution to take place, that with how you handle and go about your alchemy and the way that you create, right? The strength in you that's displayed too, right? In your overflowing emotional space, right? Creating the temperance, the balance, the support that is needed, right? Right? To bring up that which you are creating stably for yourself, right? Supportive ambition and business success, starting stable avenue, increase in revenue too. So if you got a business that you're trying to create or a hobby too, somebody might take interest to, and or maybe you're an artist too, right? Because I get emotional support and maturity, right? So like, right? So something that you could have been struggling with, right? And maybe in of course something is changing, something is happening, right? And there might be an interested party that comes in to offer you some kind of opportunity or soulmates and connections kind of place. So something to take off, development of news and enthusiasm. So something new taking place in your revenue too, or even too, this came out reversed, right? So like I'm taking that, right? So mentally stuck kind of place. So no longer being stuck in some kind of place, this development of muse and enthusiasm, something new taking place, right? Removing you from some kind of mentally stuck kind of way, going forward in every kind of way, right? Supportive, compassion, and intuitive feelings, right? So trusting that what you feel and that what you create and that what you know, right? Restful solitude way, right? Messenger of acting first and thinking later, right? So act upon that which is you intuitively receive, even though you may not know or see the full vision scope. You know what I mean? Because there's certain things that need time to develop into its full. So don't allow yourself to get anxious and stressed out in any kind of way, and trusting in the process that might not be fully illuminated to you at this moment in time, right? But passion, desires, and gardens, right? The world is your oyster, right? The wheel is changing in your favor. Soulmates and connection place, our relationship too might start to bloom. Development of muse and enthusiasm. Something new is developing too in this new moon. This is an opportunist time, right? Especially with the developments of the astrological configurements that are happening too. Even with Jupiter going retrograde and stuff like that, is to support. So it's like the archer, right? You're drawing back your archery skills, and it's because when Jupiter takes off, when it goes back, so it's like, what is it that you're working upon that now while it's in the retrograde fields, right? Because you're in your alchemy for real. Because once it goes forward, all that shit you prepared for and you created, supportive, right? Supportive. Everything coming into full bloom creation, right? Everything that with collaboration on you, right? So new collaborations, new things, right? There might be some conflict for some in terms of the collaborations that you currently got going on with you. That's what I hear. There's another development too of another kind of channeling message for those of you that might be watching too. So messenger for meditation. So there might be something that another person you might be collaborating with may be envious of you about, that they may not be it may not be clear to you. Right? So and there might be attention on you that that other person might not like. The justice is here. Right? Right? Because there's a messenger of something coming for you, my dear, right? So don't think that you're out, right? So slow and steady wins the race. They might be a little bit more popular than you too, or right, but they got heavy burden. You're the empress. pull that hermit mode, stick to yourself and that what you do and the things that you create, and you know, into like, you know, you might want to be in a collaborative kind of way, but you're in a, which just kind of come true kind of place, right? This you're like, I don't want to say superior, but like superior to that which they come from a shady aspect, like confusing, illusion kind of place. Like if you're not sure about them, that's your intuition talking to you, right? Providing you with logic and impartial judgment, right? Because you are spiritually advanced in that kind of evolution. Like if it's not clear, my dear, and if you're not toxic, right? And you're alchemized and it's not clear for you, then that shade is clear. You know what I'm saying? People that believe themselves to be alchemized will still say that something shady is coming from someone else and stuff like that. But there's some kind of balancing act that's going to take place and change something, right? That's going to show, right? Because you got reciprocity and you got restful solitude coming your way. And so any kind of like disillusionment made by envious eyes and all this kind of stuff, you're the star baby. Okay? So be mindful of people that don't really are opportunists or just don't like to be by themselves, you know, because you're a true supporter and generous and secure, you know, people like to take that from you, you know, but you deserve reciprocity too. Okay, that's for someone, right? There's a soulmate's connection taking place, and that is pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna do one galactic heritage card, and then that'll be it. So, all the time. All right, whatever. I'm looking at it. Integrity. 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 Integrity is the trait of being fully aligned in thought, emotion, and action. When we act with impeccability, honor our word, and take full responsibility for our choices and actions, the result is essential for individual and species evolution. The Essassani species, a cross between human and Zeta, has mastered this. Essassani is known as a highly evolved ET species that represents the potential for the evolution of humankind. Let their energy influence you in your spiritual evolution as you take the needed steps to balance your life so that thought, emotion, and action are fully aligned. I hope you really understand that most dimensionally at this time, and what you can look forward to tuning in to Enchantress the Babbler, this channel here. It's your opportunity to like this video, to comment, to subscribe, to further align and hit that notification bell too at this time, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Essassani species, okay? Here, teaching you about integrity. The Essassani species is a hybrid of human and Zeta. They are considered to be a highly evolved species assisting Earth through its transition. Deep within the Essassani collective memory lie the healed lessons of the Zeta, Orion, and human species. I'm being advised that I should pull one of these cards at least once every single time from my videos. And I've been getting this message for a while, and I guess it's now kicking in, new moon style. So yeah, so look forward to these messages. I feel like they're part of our galactic evolutionary heritage and growth point, and very important, you know, for our evolution as a species. Okay, I think these were like brilliantly created, and I highly recommend. So because these lessons are fully integrated, the outcome is a species of pristine consciousness capable of non-polarized thought and of catalyzing energy that propels others forward into their own processes of integration. When thoughts, actions, and emotions are not aligned, this creates discordant energies that keep a person or species constantly in conflict with the world or those around them. The Essassani have thought, emotion, and action fully aligned and can see themselves clearly without ego illusion. They are truly an enlightened species. If you pull this card, it may have several meanings. The message may be that you need to begin a process of examining your thoughts, emotions, and actions and notice how well they are aligned. Do you walk your talk? Do you say what your heart really wants to say? Do you make choices and take actions in life that are aligned with your true self? This requires deep inner searching, courage, and the willingness to see beyond the ego's illusion. If you are already working on these issues, the card may be acknowledging that fact. If not, this card may be telling you that it's time to start. Personal integrity is a key step in evolution, and it can only be cultivated through an alignment of thought, emotion, and action. Okay. Personal integrity. Personal integrity. Okay. Start. Okay. Let's see, what other one can I pull before we go? How are you? I hope that these messages find you in the most evolutionary of spaces and places for yourself that are dope as fudge, okay? 2 came out. Homing beacon. Vega, the future, okay? In the ancient days, the vegan mystics developed their practices as a way to always connect with the source, or home, using them as a homing beacon. Eventually, they no longer needed spiritual technology or spiritual processes to make this connection. They felt the source within them at all times. You too have this ability deep within you. Learn to quiet the mind through breathing or meditation, and then just let go. As you trust in your practice, the feeling of connectedness to the source will grow and grow until it permeates every part of your life. If you need help, ask the ancient vegan mystics to assist you. This time stream represents the vegan culture after they healed their greatest challenges as a young species. In the prism of Lyra cosmology, the vegans were the species who retained their memories and connections to the source, the unfragmented aspects of creation, most completely. Their system of mysticism is well known throughout the galactic family and has influenced countless civilizations, including Earth. This is because they have retained the energetic memory of the unified field of creation. This memory acts like a homing beacon, a proverbial light in the darkness that realigns them when they lose their way, like an ability to sense the true north. While this trait is attributed to the vegans because of their spiritual commitment, card 72, which is next, okay? And their self-discipline, card 24, every species has this ability to remember the essence of creation and never lose its way. It is only when beings get distracted by physical reality that they believe they have gotten lost. If this card is in your reading, take a look at the surrounding cards and your life circumstances. The message may be that you need to go within and find your center once again. Okay, find true north and trust it. The card could also be affirming that you are already strongly tapping into the skill, but most likely it is encouraging you to develop your natural ability to reconnect with your source, higher self, God, or whatever term you wish to denote the intelligent force in the universe that unifies us all. 72, spiritual commitment. In modern times, very often we only make a spiritual commitment when we are in pain. When the pain goes away, we become busy with the distractions of life and no longer remember our commitment. The vegans never lost their spiritual commitments and wove them into their everyday lives in so many enriching ways. This card asks you to look honestly at your spiritual commitments. How can you strengthen them no matter whether you are feeling pain or joy? What is this all about? Okay, go deep within and find the longing to be one with the universe. Remember that longing and your commitment can begin there. The text for this card acknowledges the immense self-discipline of the vegan mystics of ancient times. Through their dedication and spiritual practices, they gave many gifts to their descendants, including the mystic schools of Earth. This card points to the truth that spiritual evolution cannot take place without a commitment. This may be a commitment to a specific practice, such as yoga or meditation, or it may mean a commitment to becoming the clearest and most balanced human being you can become and taking the actions needed to do so. If this card came up in your reading, take a look at the surrounding cards and your life circumstances for more clues. Most likely, this card is reminding you to stay focused and committed on your spiritual path, even when it's not convenient or enjoyable to do so. Right? Like, I just want to go curl up and cry. I feel comfortable in that environment. Okay. Those are the times when growth, right? So most likely this card is reminding you to stay focused and committed on your spiritual path, even when it's not convenient or enjoyable to do so. Those are the times when growth is the most pronounced. Sometimes people don't know what kind of practice to commit to. Know that the type of practice is less important than simply making the commitment, as long as the practice isn't a comfortable distraction instead of an authentic path that helps you see yourself clearly. Taking this time to connect with your inner self through whatever practice suits you is one of the most important gifts you can give to yourself and your planet. I love that. Right? So, be unapologetically you in all that you do. Fuck the gander. That ain't the truth. Until next time, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for meeting me here and sharing this space with me, and for being open to my current time vulnerability as I currently grieve the passing of my most beloved, one of my many pets, Nehemiah, aka Neo. He was such a good boy. I knew many of you used to see him here. I have a lot of videos, little short videos that I made and that I'll get to. So look forward to that. Hit that notification bell so that you never miss a beat. There is a master link that I will be sharing, always included in all my videos for the most part. If not, check the last video or the last video before that. I update and upload the description box is like my personal diary. So whenever I get to the description box, when I start freestyle writing it, it's sometimes like, because when I upload and stuff like that, I gotta go, like I got things to do. So whenever I get to the description box part of each video that I upload, it's usually later after the fact that I uploaded it. So if you watch this and there was nothing in the description box, always go back to the description box because there will be an update. I just, like I said, it's like a personal freestyle diary of channeling, and whatever goes there, goes there. Sometimes I do copy and paste from other pages and stuff like that, just basic information, but the freestyle writing aspect of it is always an original. Okay, so yeah, right. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope these messages were evolutionarily helpful to you, for you, and all that you do. If you have any questions for me, I will answer them, especially if it's going to be for free when you comment them. Don't personally email me, DM me, asking me personal fucking questions when you're not booking sessions with me or anything like that. I have done free for so long, and I do still do free in many kind of degrees. But the audacity of some people to think that you can just keep on using my free when you can even donate. You know what I mean? So if you want to use free, then you have to publicly comment, okay? In order for me to attend to your details, unless you're booking a private session with me, which is paid for. Got it? Get it? Good. Alrighty, so yeah, since I made that clear, let me see, 3 cards. 3 cards. Sorry, I guess it's not over. Temperance came out 3 fucking times. Star card here, right? So there is a balancing act in regards to all that which you create, and there might be a temptation to create a roller coaster kind of dip into the balance, peace, and patience that you're working on that's creating the harmony, yes, right? And the wish fulfillment, yes, and that which you are working on, yes, right? So the universe shows me that I can have faith in all my dreams, right? And I know my extremes, now I see peace, right? So in all of these things, right, I am not a puppet. I am not reactive to my environment at all. And so therefore, right, yeah, this new beginning, right, this Ace of Wands, this outpouring, this good news, this starting something new, this creative start, this new initiative, finding you, right, this talent, this growth of mine, I'm creating, right? Because you have all these beautiful things, right? I surrender to the storm. I surrender to the storm. I'm walking away from all that does not serve. And I'm getting clear with my passions so that it's not wishful thinking. It's actual creation, right? It's actual clear, right? Because there is a charity giving, like an investor, someone seeing your potential, right? Employment opportunities taking place, right? The daily choices I make now align me with my life purpose, right? There's opportunity. There might be some kind of money coming in for you too, some kind of win, some kind of project or investment that you have previously made, providing prosperity and wealth right now too. An investment, stock, bonds, like, something that you are putting yourself into, a business opportunity, a project, schooling, like extra, something more, some kind of charity, some kind of donation, some kind of money coming in short too, and assistance and support, right? An opportunity, investment, a collaboration, right? Even during this time of sadness, loss too, right? So don't focus too much on the loss and think about all the gains, right? Because you are the fool in this journey, right? Freedom leads the way, right? The spiritual transformation, that part here, for you being in your truth too, honest, truthful, and candid with that, which all you do. And so, right, structure, routine, right? Something being built intelligently, right? Powerful authority, strength, right? And love too, in the new beginning, new relationship, and outpouring of it as well. So there's a lot of wonderful things happening here. For those of you that tune in, my dears, okay? Thank you. So yeah, making investments. So your investments are coming into fruition, right? Your investments, your hard work is paying off, right? You are going to reap the rewards for that which you have put in thus far, right? Profits, you're going to start seeing results, right? The revenue increase, right? Increase in orders, increase in sales, increase in clients, right? Right? Booked, right? Booked out. I hear booked out, like, or sold out. Right? Cultivating, right? A gestation period, star again, right? Universe shows me that I can have faith in all my dreams and receive all that I desire to receive, right? Even through the heartbreak, even through the pain, even through the upheaval in some kind of way, right? There's passion in my way, right? To adventure, to obtain exciting opportunities to be had, to messages coming in, right? So traditional, right, and transformation, right? Marriage to a commitment, outpouring, right? An outpouring of love to you. Someone might be confessing their love for you or devoted to you, an engagement to a marriage proposal of some kind, right? A path to be made, like, a career opportunity happening somewhere else in another different kind of state, and then, oh my God, love proposes to you in this state. Some kind of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Society, wait a minute, long distance relationship, I take this opportunity, we go together, like, are you gonna come with me, or like, or not, or you like, no, you want me to stay, like, or like, are you gonna get in my own way? A lot of mental activity in that kind of way. So big changes, opportunities, seize the moment, right? Jump in, right? Arrival, departure, right? And don't let regret, refusing offers, or missed opportunities be something that leads you to the apathic kind of path, right? When you're supposed to be nurturing that which you're passionate about and desire and love and want, right? So tap into that which you really feel and what you want to create, right? And getting out of your own way, like in some kind of way, right? Strength again. It's Leo season, right? Strength. Inner strength, courage, bravery, have the bravery, the confidence, the compassion towards yourself, right? The taking control that which you want to create, right? Coming from self-doubt and being focused on that which you are, courageous persuasion and the influence that you are, and being the star, like being the star, right? Being the star and being brave even in the face of pain, knowing that is this too shall pass, and that your discernment is motherfucking like, wow, the sun. We're gonna end that here on the sun. You got the sun. Right? So I looked at it upright and I showed it to you upside down. So either way, I always say, even if the sun comes out upside down, right side up, it's still always a positive omen, like, right? So if the sun was upside down to you, then there might be a lack of enthusiasm that's needed from you, right? And any kind of sadness or unrealistic expectation or a battle with the ego that you might have, right? Disconnectedness, the oppression and stuff like that. You know, or you might be suffering from like, you know, like a loss, a miscarriage, a stillbirth, or something, or not able to produce that which you desire to create because you're having some kind of, you know, medical thing or whatever the case may be. So there's still hope for that which you desire to bring, especially with the whole entire reading, the strength that you need, the inner strength, the courage that you need to have, right? So you need to tap into that leveling, and you can tap into that with your vulnerability, right? And addressing that which is vulnerable within you out loud and bringing it into full confession for yourself too at this time, right? Because when the sun is right side up, here we go, that's what's up, positivity in every kind of way, freedom, fun, success in every kind of way, optimism, vitality, joy, right? This confidence that you bring, oh boy, right? You are the light, the star, the one that shines, right? Self-expression, be you in every kind of way. Good luck comes to you, especially in this kind of grouping of enthusiasm, happiness, and truth that is open, right? So it could be a pregnancy too. This could be just the birth of something new, right? And this is all happening for you. So yeah. So thank you so much. I know I've been an emotional roller coaster here. And the hard for to hear. But okay, my dears. Strength be the way. Right? So thank you, beautiful souls, for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Until next time, happy new mooning to you.